Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Wasted Attention Podcast. This is our first podcast of the year of our Lord 2020. What's going on, JD?
Same old shit.
Yeah?
Just rebuilding a house.
Yeah,
basically.
rebuilding a house.
That's what it seems like.
Jesus Christ, man. Why you gotta be making all these changes like that?
Because I like vagina.
It's true. The things that we do.
And the things I have to do to get the vagina require me to do like manual labor and stuff.
Gotcha.
And things that I'm not qualified to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it always makes sense.
Yeah. Who's going to come over and check? Are you OSHA certified?
Dude, I saw like a cop car go by. It said like code enforcement. I was like, ooh, I hope they didn't go by my house. I've never seen this car before. What's going on?
It screeches out in front. You see a guy like pull sunglasses. Son of a bitch.
Seriously. Like we got no like blinds on the window so everybody can see in. And then everything's just like piled out on the deck. So I'm like, I'm trying to burn shit in the back. I probably shouldn't say too much, but.
There's going to be like one of those vans that are like oddly placed at the end of the block.
Yep.
It's got like a little dish on the top.
Right? It says pizza delivery like in Helvetica, like just indistinguishable. Oh, I love it. Well, speaking of burning things and being OSHA certified, we have Ivan next to us as well. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? Work. Ain't that the truth? That's how it's always been. I think our last podcast was probably right at the end of last year.
Was it really?
I think so.
Sadly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
We're a quarter of the way through this year now, technically, right?
Holy shit, we are.
Yeah,
almost.
it just hit March. Fuck.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, we're going to get back on it. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. What our episode is going to focus on is our top albums from 2019.
Collectively,
that's correct. JD had asked us to compile a list of top 10. He had then used his golf math and got it down to the top 5.
I may have messed that up because I rearranged.
Significant Other, 99, right?
Yeah.
Is it 99 or 98?
Can we do that one on this list?
Yeah, we could do that on there. Why not?
It's our list.
Well, thank you for checking us out. We're going to bring you in here with our intro. Just remember, we are available on Facebook. We are also available on the interwebs, www.wastedattention.com. We're on Twitter and all that fun stuff. We update it whenever the hell we want to. But other than that, thanks for your time, and we're going to get you rolling with the top albums of 2019. Take it away.
You ready for number 5?
Yeah.
Number 5.
I'm assuming everything's cool. I know I haven't rearranged, but... All right, so number 5 was the Killswitch Engage album, Atonement.
See, that was my number 5, but I switched that to 6 now.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're cool.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I don't think you guys picked my number 4 anyway. I think I'm the only one that listens to that band.
So start it off.
So what can we say? It was probably one of the most hyped up albums of last year, at least between Red, you know what I mean, talking about it, getting all pumped for it. We actually reviewed it if you want to check it out there. It's out there floating around on our SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard because it's coming from a guy who's not a huge Killswitch Engage fan, but I can see the merits of what that album did.
I've been enjoying it more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like I still feel like it's good where it's at. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But, just the walls are down a little bit, and you don't have to pick apart anything. I guess I'm kind of an asshole at first.
We
I
all
did that
are.
to the Slipknot. I tore Slipknot up pretty fucking good when we did it, but
You did.
it's not bad. Like it's something we could get into later. Like we could do all our honorable mentions after all this shit too.
Yeah,
So
that sounds good to me.
Yeah, Slipknot didn't even make my list. I
Yeah.
listened to it once, and and there was nothing to actually bring me back to it.
yeah, that's how I felt
That's
for a
kind
long
of
time.
like why I rearranged mine, because like I started listening to more of this other stuff, and I'm like, man, this is good. So
Mhm.
Gotcha. It's funny because I'll end up re-listening to the albums that we talk about on the show. And then I'm like, oh, man, like Ivan did have a good point. Like Red put I'm a chameleon, because it's true. I do change with everybody else's opinion, but it's because I listen to what you guys say. And I'm like,
Right.
as musicians, I respect your opinion. I'm like, you know what? That was actually pretty
then you
good.
give it a second chance.
Yeah,
and
man.
listen. Yeah.
So we need like a separate podcast of Animals, 3 different versions.
It's like this thing Chrissy just showed me. She's like, you know that chick from SVU, Mariska Hargitay?
Yeah.
It's got a picture of her and then Caitlyn Jenner next to each other. It's like, you'll never unsee this again.
Oh,
That's
God.
opinions with you. So it's like,
It's true.
fuck.
That's true.
I hope I never see that.
Yeah, don't.
But
What's
no.
a high point and a low point for you on that one?
Let me pull
Or
up
does it
the
matter?
album. Yeah, I'm just gonna say for me the.
If you want to give like your favorite part, that's cool.
Oh, I can. You know me. I won't shut up if you get me going. But I would have to say the whole album for me was just a midpoint. It was kind of like we're just holding. It's a placeholder. I wasn't blown out of the water by it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't that great.
Mhm.
But then again, also coming not from a Killswitch fan. My favorite song off of the album would probably have to be "As Sure as the Sun Will Rise." Jesse's got his way. I know
Yeah,
you're
that
looking at
one?
me. Yeah, lyrically speaking, just put it that way.
Okay.
But musically speaking, the Signal Fire, man.
Signal fire.
Plus you got Hojo,
Yeah.
That's
So-
probably my favorite one.
Yeah. You were shitting in your little britches when that video came out. When you
That
shared it, you're like,
video was
dude.
Dude,
Shit,
that video
man.
gave me chills.
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
When Howard walked up, it was like,
Mhm.
I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
God, I love him so much. Just shared that to Snapchat, that footage that we took when we saw Light the Torch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
God, that was fucking year ago coming up.
Yep.
Wow,
a couple
really?
weeks. Jesus Christ.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's crazy
No
shit.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
this album moved
yeah.
from 5 for me to 6.
6. Interesting.
I've barely listened to it. And
Really?
I'm a huge Jesse fan. Jesse is my favorite vocalist, and I probably listened to this album probably like 4 or 5 times, if that.
Yeah.
Any reason or just not time? Don't have enough time.
It's probably because I've been listening to other things.
Yeah.
I mean, like Killswitch is Killswitch. You know, you can
Good or
call it-
bad? I take it or leave it, I guess.
Yeah. So I've been venturing off. I mean, the band that really took actually took the spot before them is kind of the same concept. Like they'll scream and then sing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I guess I've been listening to Killswitch for years. It's something that's more fresh for me.
Yeah.
So.
Get that?
So, I kind of probably second you for
Yeah.
the most part. I feel like musically it's probably more a little aggressive here and there, but then they do have probably three or four songs that kind of bring it down again.
Right.
But I feel like there was aggression on there that I didn't necessarily get from Incarnate. So, like I said, I think I gave it like a 7. I kind of still stand around that area. My favorite song is fucking Take Control, I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
like
one.
the catchiness of that one.
Right.
It's probably As the Sun, whatever for you.
It's sure the sun will rise. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool, man. Yeah, no, it's I honestly got sucked into the Kill Switch thing because of the group. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you and Red were totally into it. Kind of faded off for a while. Red still keeps it going. When we get those random Snapchats of him fucking screaming, I'm like, man, he is on to something. Those albums were good, you know.
Mhm.
But we still need to do our the album with Hojo. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. The first album with him
And a Heartache.
and a Heartache. We still need to go back and do that.
We got to do that and August Burns Red and something else.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You can't forget that one.
From the nice
we
YouTuber.
got-
Yeah,
do
from
that
the dude that actually had something nice to say about us. We didn't even have a video for that one. He's
Right.
like, good job, guys. You guys
Right.
sound like us.
So supportive and shit.
Seriously.
But then rock on. Absolutely.
So some of these are probably going to be on your guys' list. You could just state where they are in your list
Mhm.
and then just discuss them
Okay.
collectively. But the next one was Ginger, I believe.
That's number 4.
You
Ginger.
Dude,
my
man,
goodness.
she is amazing as a vocalist.
Yes, she is.
Like her growls, like those earlier albums.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you didn't know that there was a woman singing, you would think it was a dude.
Mhm.
And how low she gets and how aggressive she gets. Because like usually you could tell a woman like they usually have that OTEP sound
Right.
to
Yeah.
them. Like almost all of them. Like in this moment, OTEP. You
Yeah.
know, with her vocals.
That's
Granted,
true.
she has her own twist on it, and even I can't think of her name. What's the woman's name from Ginger?
Oh,
Natalia?
yeah. Because she goes by Talia, so it's
Talia?
got to be
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Well, she also does those type of vocals here and there,
Right.
but her range, dude, is crazy.
It is, man.
Even live, her range is psycho.
Hmm.
She'll do the aggressive growls and like those mids
Yeah.
and those singing, and then she'll do like different variations of singing vocals. It's crazy.
Did you check this out?
Barely.
Barely. I didn't think it'd tickle you a little, you know, but
You gotta find the one song that hits.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
Oh, by the way, the album's Macro.
Yeah.
Yes,
I forgot I was
yes.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't like the way it sounded. Like,
Production wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like it came out of poopy butt cheeks. Just like the snares, just
Mr.
cloudy a
Poopy
little bit.
Butthole.
Yeah, that's what I heard when it started. It was like,
well, the last album was Cloud Factory.
Well, there you go.
Something like that, was it not?
No, it was Micro.
No, that was their EP.
Was that what it was? Okay, you're right.
EP.
You are absolutely right. I retract that. So yeah, it was Cloud Factory, then Micro, then Macro. So I guess but not to get into Micro, but it's kind of crazy because you could listen to both those albums back to back, and it makes that progressive sense, like how your Vulgar goes into your Far Beyond, and your Pac-Man goes into.
If nobody's really familiar with Ginger, listen to the song Pisces.
Yes.
That song, even like musically, like the talent of those guys, like their bass player's sick.
Yes, he's
that
absolutely
dude's sick.
The tone that he gets, dude, is unbelievable. Off of Macro, my favorite song was Judgment and Punishment. I don't know if you remember that one, Ivan, but it was just super fucking low end, real weird timing. Vocals were just amazing. So I love female singers, man. I love it because I don't think there's not enough of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
At least in the limelight.
Yeah.
I love my Lizzie Hale. I love the Butcher Babies. Whatever. If you fucking don't like, whatever. I can see whoever's listening right now going, whatever. Fuck you.
The respect just dropped.
I don't care.
I just get up and walk out.
I'm a sucker for
theatrics,
and I just enjoy just different takes on things, man.
That's good.
That's cool.
Are you sure you do?
I really do.
Are you sure?
This is positive. Another thing that I like about Tatiana from Ginger is she's not going out there and she's not parading herself around in these like little skimpy things. Like she's out there in chucks and a band shirt and she's throwing down.
Yeah, sometimes she'll wear a dress.
Yeah, too. We're not going to talk about that because that makes my point look invalid.
Yeah.
No, it's like a long cut dress.
That's true.
It's not like a skirt or anything like that.
It's not like the Butcher Babies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining about that either.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd just rather look at them than hear them.
Oh, my God. It's like the most metalhead comment I've ever heard you make.
I'm sorry. If you're going to show your tits out there.
Just being honest.
That's true.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, what have I told you? I wouldn't expect any less than pure honesty from you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, that's Judgment and Punishment. That's my jam for sure. And just the whole
Butcher Babies, or is that?
I'm sorry, we're going back to Ginger. The entire album for me was just great. Very a nice genty chunkiness.
Because I could say the crime was listening to them, and the punishment's not being able to fuck them. Or you could reverse it. It really doesn't matter. I guess it's both bad.
I want to fuck that guy's bass tone. Honestly, that is ridiculous.
Dude,
man.
he's got a nice tone.
He's all into bass. Oh, the Ginger dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his tone. That's what I got on that one.
That's what I hear. A lot of people like that tone.
Yeah, we still got to do our Does It Gent episode. I'm so excited for that one.
And now people are really going to hate us.
Oh, God. Whatever. We're the crown.
Ola do that? Oh, no, he does
chug.
chug.
Will it chug?
Yeah,
okay.
will it chug.
That was a good question.
I was like,
I thought he did
fuck.
something with gent. So this one, is everybody cool with Ginger? Everybody's got their opinions in? Because I got nothing to offer.
Of course not. That's fine.
All right, next one is one you got me into.
What is this?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He Is Legend.
Woo-hoo! Such a good one. Start it off.
No, you
want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd that make number 3?
Because me and him had it pretty high. It was my number. Oh, I should say it was my number 1.
Okay.
So background is He Is Legend came up to me because I was kind of cruising through latest releases and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, well, I've never heard of this before. Immediately, the first song, White Bat, reminds me of anything off of E-Tid. Anything from E-Tid.
That's the first thing I was going to say.
Yes. High five.
I'm going to have to check it out.
It's really good, man. It's kind of like rockabilly with some real heavy grooves in there. And good catches, too.
Yeah, there's a couple songs that have like that rockabilly Every Time I Die type fucking feel. Mm-hmm. Like it seems like it has that kind of craziness to it.
Right.
And then there's like slower songs on here that almost have like I can't describe it any other way than maybe like emo with like the guitar tone, but it doesn't sound whiny or anything.
Right.
And then they always pick it up usually.
Yep.
I think there's only one song that kind of stays low.
It's true.
But they always come in with riffs and there's some good tasty like solos in there.
Okay.
Good tone. I wasn't expecting much out of you.
Yeah, I told you. So I'm kind of the trash panda of the group where I like all the shitty fucking movies just because they're fun. I like shitty fucking bands according to these guys because they're fun. This was a fun.
Well, I could dig the shitty movies, but the shitty music.
Yeah.
This is a fun record from front to back. My song is that number 2, Burn All Your Rock Records. That one's fun.
I think a good starting one is White Bat because that's got that the more intense stuff to it.
Yep.
man, every kind of song on here has some point where it kind of grooves into something. So I like his voice too.
Yeah.
It's got that natural raspiness to it.
He does.
I think I was starting to dig some of his lyrics too.
Yeah.
The more you get into it, I think it's about like a serial killer and shit that they called White Bat or something.
I read that.
I didn't dig into it too far. I just, mentioning it. So
it works,
cool
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out.
Yeah. I think you'd like it, man.
Yeah.
What are they called?
He is Legend.
I was looking right at it and I stopped because I get panicked when I have to answer a question. Because I'm like, wait, what is it? Where am I?
Fuck, what was the question again?
Yeah. No, but seriously fun. I really, really enjoyed this record.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Oh, yeah.
I was debating that in another one, so
okay,
it was a fight. Well, like it was like my list became like 3 albums, and I just had to rearrange where the fuck they were gonna go.
Okay,
so I've had my moments with each of them.
I get you.
Obviously, coming up here, we got some shit to touch upon.
Yes, yeah, it's getting more interesting for us.
So, are we ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Ready? Okay. So it's Tool. Fear Inoculum.
I know. Was that you 3?
Yeah,
it was his number 1.
Yep.
And it was my. I think I put it to 5. I think I did put it at 5.
Were we taking Red's decisions in
I
account
put his
in this?
on there, but I also put it in parentheses because I didn't think he was going to be here. Okay. I think it beat.
Did he have
like these
Tool
top
on
3
there?
within 1? Yeah, it was on there. Yeah, he added like a point or 2 to it. But I told Chrissy to send me a picture of the fucking my little math and all that stuff.
Did
so
you?
I could double check. But yeah, that was definitely Tool number 2.
Nice, dude, man.
I just threw up in my mouth.
I know. I'm sorry. But even in that episode, I was like shocked that I literally enjoyed it because what did we say? Like at first, I was like, nah, but I just kept listening and kept listening and kept listening, and it just made more sense to me.
Yeah, it's a laid back album. It like I get the energy standpoint of it. It just I don't know, man. It's something enjoyable for me. Yep,
it's a journey.
Most of Tool stuff, like I would prefer to see it live than to sit there and listen to it.
Yeah, because like I said, I think one of the things working against it is just hearing it all at once too, like in shuffle. It makes it a lot better. To me, like I said, it's just the way they play off each other is pretty cool. I always like Justin Chancellor's bass parts, and Adam Jones, he's really percussive with the guitar riffs and shit. It's not really melodic, so it leaves Maynard to do his melodies, and actually Justin does a lot of the bass melodies and shit too. So it's weird how they kind of the dynamic they have, but it's really, I don't know. I get why people don't like it. I do.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
For sure.
It's my least favorite Tool, but I can't complain. I don't think there's a bad Tool for me.
No.
So
and it's all a mood. That's how I look at the Tools. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're for me, this album is kind of feeling I'm not necessarily down, but I'm not necessarily happy and high up there.
Yeah.
So at the time, it all came out in a perfect mindset for me.
I just listened to it so fucking much, like it was pretty much, it's undeniable. Give or take what you want.
Fuck yeah, man. The first song, Fear Inoculum, is just the way that Maynard slowly creeps in there on top of that build is so.
I think the melodies have a lot to do. I know they're kind of simple and not as dynamic as he's done before.
Right.
But I just can't help but like hum it in my head or like do all that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's what it was, is that there was a lot of hype for this and they all knew this, but they didn't overstep anything.
Yeah. I think I've seen a lot of lists kind of put this up there, and I thought a lot of it was kind of dishonest. Like it's on our list, but I couldn't put it at number 1 after all the shit that we've heard. So
I get that.
I wanted to give it a mention. The way it being your number 1 and mine, my top 5s. That's kind of what did it.
Absolutely. Would you still say that Numa's your top on that album?
You know what kind of hits for me lately is Descending.
It's the fucking
it's the melody.
So yeah,
I
exactly.
Think it is.
Yeah.
The way Maynard sings it, but
I could do without.
I can't complain with Numa.
No, Chocolate Chip Trip, like I said in the episode, like that stuff for me didn't really do it.
Any of that in between stuff.
Yeah.
And the drum solo.
Mm-hmm. Fear Inoculum and Numa were probably my top 2. I also like that Tempest. I forgot how you even say it. Tempest.
They played that finally, so that's probably got to be pretty cool to see live. What
was the lovely comment we got? 2 guys 2 guys who kind of listen to Tool and 1 guy who doesn't. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, but even then he
like occasional listeners or something.
Even then he was like, yeah, good day, guys.
Yeah,
Good luck.
yeah, he was still nice about it, but
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, the secret to YouTube's success I found out is to only review things in a good way. Because if you say your opinion,
you're fucked.
Yeah, you are fucked. It doesn't matter. Like, I like the hand-battered chicken tenders more than the smooth ones. Well, fuck you. I grew up on the other ones.
Get out of here. I can't be on a podcast with you, you hand-battered pussy.
No, well,
you hand-battered bastard.
Yeah. Wait, but I don't. Okay, so Culver's chicken tenders, man. I'm not a fan of those.
You can't get the regular ones. You got to get the buffalo tenders.
I have to try the buffalo ones.
Don't be fooled by that other shit.
Okay.
Because we got those. They gave us those by mistake once, and no.
Hey, can we go to Culver's after practice on Saturday? Because we could put this down.
Am I ever not gonna? Am I gonna say no to that?
I never eat Culver's.
Never.
It's good Butterburgers, dude.
Oh, yeah, I never eat there.
Butterburgers. What constitutes it as a Butterburger?
I don't know. You're gonna die because it's so fucking greasy. I don't know. You should probably eat anything but their burgers.
Yeah. We'll follow this. Seriously, this is something that we should do and talk about next week. Talk about Culver's experience. You've never been there before, Ivan?
I've been there before. I just don't frequent there.
Okay.
I've probably literally been there like once.
Okay. Well, we'll check it out. Get some fucking cheese curds and Butterburgers because
I got
Midwest.
Cheese curds.
I got so many fucking those little things for like kids meal. They give you like these tickets and like you could get like a free ice cream and shit. I got so many free guys.
Nice.
Ice cream is on me.
Yes. Homeboy got the Scoopy bucks.
I got the scoop tokens. Scoopies.
I used to like that from Wendy's. I used to like get the free ice cream or the free fucking chili.
When they had the yellow cups.
Yeah.
Not this new aesthetic bullshit.
Wait, they don't have yellow cups no more?
No, they're like red now.
It's just Red's face on there.
Yeah.
He's got
visual gags.
The
one time we don't have like the camera rolling.
Right, no shit. Damn it. But yes, Fear Inoculum. Very, very surprised that I enjoyed it so much. Dug it.
I do. Yeah. I did too, obviously. But you ready for number 1? Mm-hmm. Collectively, like this is on everybody's list. It's obvious. Do you think you know it?
No.
You don't know?
I don't know it. No.
Really?
No.
Do you not know it, or?
I don't know what he's going to say.
Oh, I know what he's going to say.
Whitechapel, the Valley.
Yeah. Ding, ding,
by
ding,
far
ding,
and
ding,
away,
ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
It made all of our lists.
Yep.
It was the top
my
1,
number
2,
1.
3, and 4 of each person's list.
Yeah,
that was
buddy.
Number 1 for me. I love that album.
Fuck yeah. Dude, that's all you listened to for like weeks.
For the whole year.
It was of the year.
It was nothing but Whitechapel and NF for like almost the entire year.
No shit.
I think I'm the only person that had rap on there.
Yeah. I think so.
Shout out to NF. The Search. Fucking awesome.
Why don't you tell NF your accomplishment?
Oh, I am the top 1% of his list of his like almost 14 million listeners.
That's pretty sweet, man.
According to Spotify.
That's impressive.
That is really impressive.
Yeah, he raps about stuff that I relate to, so yeah.
It's badass, man. I like that we can have variety,
Yeah.
Just because we rock, we're not made of stone. Let's dig into it, man.
Dude, Whitechapel, man.
Fuck yeah. Everything about this.
This is my first introduction to Whitechapel, so I'm going to let you go ahead and start it.
It's quite the change from the Whitechapel that I have been listening to for years. You know what I mean? And you kind of started getting that feeling they were kind of going. But this, I mean, went a completely different direction than one of their top albums for me. This is Exile. Completely different. 2 different bands.
That's one I hear a lot about.
Yeah, man. No, it's soul crushing. It's amazing. But you talk about a metal band that essentially takes a progressive concept, turns it into a story and a graphic novel from what we've heard, and makes it a story. It compels you to listen to this whole thing all the way through, and has the musical talent and the vocal capability to back it the fuck up.
True. I mean, when we did this, like our quick little review back in the day, I gave it an 8. I think it's definitely it's moved up even further since then. At least a 9.
Hell yeah.
I really do think it's awesome.
It paints a scenario. Like, obviously, we've talked about the lyrical content, and if you're
it's basically a themed album,
exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Is that how you would say it? Yeah,
absolutely. You can get into we discussed the lyrical content, where that all came from in the episode that we talked about it. So if you don't know it, you should check it out. But to kind of go into it, you take these horrific things that somebody had in their mind and put on paper, And then the band turns this around and puts it as an art. Not that it isn't an art going on paper, but you know what I mean.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, it depends on how it was written.
That's
if it was
true.
just random, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to discuss one of my favorite tracks because I think of it in the Tool sense. It's the whole experience, you know. But obviously, Hickory Creek, because Ivan got me fucking hooked on that. When a demon defiles a witch, Third Depth was fucking great. Doomwoods, honorific.
That's funny because like I remember even talking about it back then. Like he had like a Maynard-esque like sound to me. Like when I was first getting into it, like especially on Third Depth, you know, in there, it's kind of funny and kind of crazy all at the same time. But you know, the first one for me was Hickory Creek.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's just undeniable.
Yep.
Even the video is fucking awesome.
Dude, like the videos complement the fucking song. It's just like perfectly. Like when a demon defiles a witch, that's a cool fucking video. And it's so dynamic to go from as pretty and clean, as pristine as that begins, then fucking hard as hell, brutal, and then it gets back to the clean parts again. Beautifully written.
Absolutely. Now these boys, they gent. I'm just saying.
Do they gent?
They gent.
We're just gonna say that.
They gent.
Okay,
These are some genty boys who have a history of being genty. This album's not genty, but it's delicious.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
I thought you were talking about this album.
No,
I was like,
no.
I was like,
no, you'll have to wait for a future episode to prove me wrong on everything else. Prove me wrong, kids.
You know, another track we gotta say, fucking Forgiveness is Weakness. God, that's fucking just.
We got to get a change my mind sign. Like, this gents changed my mind.
Yep.
And then White Bear? Is that the other one?
Black Bear.
Black Bear.
Black Bear. There you go. Must
Yes.
be thinking of something else.
Now, Whitechapel, are they 7 strings?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I think
so.
at least,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Because that's some tones. A lot of the bends. This is a bendy band. They do a lot of
Bendy?
bends. Yep.
Bendy.
Good bendies.
Good
But,
bendies.
I was excited. Now, I don't think I'm going to sell you on anything in the past from Whitechapel.
No,
I don't know,
dude,
man. To be honest, like, probably good.
That wasn't a no and a negative. Is it? I was trying to think of this.
I've been meaning
second
to go
ago.
back and check them out.
Fuck, I messed up my thing. With the piano intro, was that they're self-titled?
That was 2012.
Yeah.
Yep.
That album's fucking awesome. I think Jake would like that one.
Oh, that I Dementia song?
And
That's my favorite.
Probably Mark of the Blade.
I feel like these guys, even if they're just straight brutal, I think there's probably enough there that I'll dig into.
Okay.
I think they stand out from probably all the other fucking brutal bands like that. They got the riffs. I think Phil's going to be a big difference.
Oh,
Like, even though
absolutely.
he's probably, it sounds like he's going to do the brutal stuff. It sounds like he's got the rhythm and shit. Or at
Yeah,
least
the
a cool way to twist
Whitechapel
them.
album is just all brutal.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
they got their fucking grooves and just like the patterns they do and shit like that, and like his vocal melody, like the way he delivers.
Yeah.
Spot.
And they had 3 guitarists at one point too.
I thought they still
Do they
did.
not?
Did they still have it? I could be. I haven't looked it
I
up.
thought they did.
One of them cuts their hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. I
Oh.
follow Philly Bo. He did games too for a while on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude, I
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah. We'll have
I
to
gotta check that
yeah.
out.
I wonder if he's PC. Probably PC. God damn it.
He's a cool guy. Just from a standpoint, when me and Cooper were doing Beyond the Pit, we used to finish off the video interviews and say, "Hey, talk shit about us." You know what I mean? Just be an ass. And a lot of bands would be like, "No, we can't do that," or they would say, "No, that'll look bad." But Philly Bo, he was like, "Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. Just roll with it." Like, he didn't even take like any suggestion from us, so like, he was into it. And I remember he was like, "Oh, thanks for checking out Beyond the Pit. For those of you who don't know, the next album that we write is going to be about Cooper and Animal dying. So check it out." But he was like just goofing around and having like a good time. Like he's like a very down to earth, very humble fucking guy, and that's what you love. Like they said, don't meet your heroes. I mean, I'm not going to say he's a hero of mine, but he was just very, very nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what it
That's
seems
good to
like.
hear.
It's that Southern hospitality thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, he was totally cool. I remember, but as what we've talked, there's not a lot of bands that we've had good success with. But I don't know, and maybe because this was around when the self-titled album came out, because it was they were at Mojo's with Guar in a band called A Band of Orcs. And it was literally a band of orcs. And I thought it was kind of weird because they did the whole theatrical mask thing. And I was like, you're doing that at a Guar show? Like, I wouldn't want to play with Guar if my band was all dressed up, too. I'd be like, nope, it's no contest.
I'd do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
If that was your band's thing, why not? You think Slipknot would not wear their mask if they played with Gwar or Mushroomhead?
Oof, that's a good question.
Just because Gwar wears masks doesn't mean they own it.
That's true, but I guess I would be just so intimidated. Like, it's fucking Gwar.
Well, I guess if you're
they got a higher,
Yeah.
If you're a little bit established, like if you're a local like band opening up, I could see how you'd be red.
No, I'd
red
say so too.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a mask band.
You have.
No one else wanted to. I was like, man.
Oh, Dave Brocky, R.I.P. Dave Brocky. Now we had to bring it up.
Yeah, there you go. You brought it up.
Sad.
You brought
Nobody
it up.
said
so
it.
sad.
None of us have ever brought up Gwar on this fucking podcast except you. You keep shooting yourself in the foot.
He's in tears. He's in the shower naked in a fetal position.
Doing
He's just saying that. You just a failure, turn around, son of a bitch. He's just, why do I keep doing this to myself?
Oh, that's such a good song. Oh, we still got to do our Gwar episode 2025. Stay tuned. So, but no, Whitechapel. Yeah.
Undeniable.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep. That's something we all agree on. I'm really happy that we're all agreeing on these. Obviously, we are because of the
Well, I didn't
math.
agree to the last two.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, that's true.
I didn't
I've
even know
been had
one of them.
a lot of one-offs on his.
Yeah.
You know, like well, you know what?
Here, let me just
Yeah,
say
go
my,
go
let me
ahead.
go
You
with
start
my
yours.
list.
Yeah.
So I only had 8 because these are like I couldn't do 10. Like even Slipknot didn't even make my list because I probably only listened to the album once. But I got 8. A Soil Work with I can't even pronounce what that says.
Verklighten?
Yeah,
I don't know.
sounds good.
I listened to it a little bit, but I think what fucks me up on that one is a lot of blast beats over shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this.
Agreed. Yeah.
I can see that.
You know, I think I gotta get used to it.
But yeah, the dude vocally, that dude's talented.
It should be like right up my
Yeah, he
alley,
is.
technically.
Right. Yeah.
And
vocals.
then 7, I got Ginger now. They were 6.
Ginger.
6, I got Atonement, Kill Switch. Let's see, mine's all jumbled up. 5, I got Alter Bridge.
I didn't even know they had one.
Walk
I didn't even
the
listen
Sky.
to this one at all.
Dude, Alter Bridge is awesome. This is probably like one of their lighter albums, but it's still got their good riffs up in there.
Yeah, when you put that on there, it's like, holy fuck, I missed an entire Alter Bridge album. Not that I've dug deep into them, but yeah, I know enough.
And then here's one that they were my number 7, but I was listening to it a lot lately. Is now my number 4 is Any Given Day, Overpower. That's that band I was talking about. Like they're the same vibe as Kill Switch, where they got their heavy vocals and like their chorus with the melodies and shit like that. But it's just done differently,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good. Check them out. 3, I got Volbeat, Rewind, Replay, and Rebound.
Fuck yeah.
After seeing them live, I was digging it, but then again I wasn't because I really never listened to them. I listened to a couple things before and I never got into it. But seeing them live kind of changed something. So I was like, you know what? And it was that drive to Alabama. It was like, let me give them a shot.
Yeah.
Fucking jamming to them.
Yeah.
Damn
Now
it,
talk
dude.
about tone. They got some fucking sweet
Yeah.
tones, man.
Yeah. My daughter don't like them.
No?
No, she says it's too bouncy for her. But yeah, but they hit my number 3. My number 2 is NF The Search. Is if nobody listens to rap, he's a rapper. And then Whitechapel, my number 1.
Nice.
What about you, sir?
Let's jump in here. I've got I guess we'll go in order. So Tool. Well, actually, we'll go from the backwards. So
You start with your number 1.
yeah, Tool was my number 1, but I'll go backwards.
So you're going the lowest rated to your highest.
Yep, you got it. So what we didn't talk about was I had Oakley Dokley, Howdly Toodly on that.
Yeah, I said howdly doodly to that one.
You know, it's funny because my wife hates it too, and she goes because my kids absolutely love it, and it's because they're into The Simpsons. Most of these songs are directly taken from The Simpsons episodes with Ned. There's a song called there's an episode called Re-Education, and it was basically where people were like having to answer to the supreme overlord of Ned. Do you remember that? Where like they had like the fish hooks in and you were smiling and shit like that?
I don't remember.
I can't say I remember that
Oh
one.
man, but it was sweet. But there's a song called Re-Education, and it's like in the video, like they're all up there trying to teach these kids in the class, and they're like showing like up on the board like the difference between apple cider and apple juice, and like how you're supposed to be left-handed, and everybody was passing around all of their yard tools, but the one guy wasn't, and he was eating donuts like he was the Homer, and they fucking like brutally murdered him. It's a fun band, but they were a Weezer cover band before this, and it came to fruition that just like The Simpsons
That's
came up with
crazy
the
to me.
idea,
That's
isn't
cool.
it? But like my wife had pointed out, like sometimes she'll just say something out of the clear blue. I'm like, no fucking way. But she's like, you can tell this was a band who already knew how to play music, obviously, but in a different style that jumped to this. And I'm like, holy fucking shit, that's so true. Because the guy, like, he's clearly not a metal vocalist. They've got the gain turned up, everything to make him sound more metal. And the way it's produced, too, it's just kind of cloudy. It kind of had that Death Magnetic feel to it, that like real gritty.
To me, I thought it was just like a low production thing, like a budget thing.
Could be that
not
too.
Anything, like necessarily against them or that they didn't know how.
Yeah.
It's just, given what tools they had.
Gotcha.
Probably the budget that whatever they're fucking signed to.
Could be.
That's what I took away from it.
Gotcha.
The very limited that I've listened to it.
But the riffs are very, very simple. And the drums underneath there, everything, just following everything through. Like, it just does sound like somebody who's just kind of starting.
I wonder how they fucking talked. Like, who was the first one that came up with that fucking idea? Of like,
Kate?
You know how this Weezer
they
thing.
Gotta pay, like, likeness rights or anything like that, because they're making money off of a Simpsons.
They are,
character.
but they're not using any of the terminology. They're not using the Simpsons. They're
Ned?
not using. Well, he's going as Head Ned. He's not going as Ned Flanders.
Okay, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when we were supposed to, because we did that interview with Head Ned, you should check it out. It's also up on our SoundCloud and YouTube. We were supposed to interview somebody from Mac Sabbath. And I remember it was the same PR person, and they said, whatever you do not mention McDonald's. Do not say Big Mac. Do not say
Well, how the
these
fuck am I
terms.
going to talk to these
I
people?
know, right? So it like just ended up being you didn't do it. And it's funny because in the email it said you're going to be talking to the tour manager, and that actually was the lead singer of Mac Sabbath, but he was going for that whole anonymous thing. But either way. But so...
Is it anonymous anymore?
Well, I guess it's
Did
not.
you just spill the beans?
I don't know. The beans have been spilled.
You gotta edit.
Yeah, fuck it.
Got to go a situation here
we
all
don't
over again.
fucked up. That's why we don't get these interviews.
Right, yeah, whatever.
don't
Municipal
fuck up.
Waste, the last rager. I know you guys don't check them out, but it's...
Are they quitting after this?
Oh, shit. Just real fun, punky, trashy, just having a good time, fun animal band, you know. Hell yeah, welcome home.
Oh yeah, I did end up liking this one.
Yeah? You didn't check it out, did you?
checked it out.
Did you? What'd you think?
It's okay. It's okay.
For hell yeah.
I'm still waiting for Mudvayne.
Yes. Aren't
Like
we
this is the
all?
one that's actually got like a little bit of hooks in me enough to check it out more because I felt like was it Stampede the second one?
Yes,
Where
it
went-
was.
I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this at all. And then somebody was like, the next one after that, that's where it's like coming back, and I was just I never checked it out again after that. But this one had some. It's got some riffs and some. It's pretty intense in
Fuck
some
yeah.
parts.
Well,
yeah.
you think about
more than I thought it would be.
It's just hard for me because I love Mudvayne, and it's like
Scorned lover.
it's like I'm cheating.
you can't be cheating on pussy that you haven't had in how many years? 11?
I still listen to him, so
That's
nah,
true.
nah,
That's true.
I still dip it.
But it's still
It's like
different.
having that pocket pussy of whatever fucking porn star you like.
Yeah.
It's shaped like the LD50 pill. Oh, yes. Welcome home. Beyond the fact that it's just surreal coming from a standpoint that this is the last recording of Vinnie Paul that we'll ever hear.
So it's all Vinnie Paul?
I thought so. I thought it was all done. All the drums were tracked. It's just a trampoline. Don't worry about it. And the lyrical content, like that first song, 333, is horrible to hear the pain in Chad's voice. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you meant horrible.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's really sad. And that song, Oh My God, was sweet. Welcome home. I mean, all of these were great. Perfect, Bury You. There's just so much emotion on this album.
There's one that's probably it's got to be like a radio single, I would think. Name one of those songs on there. It's early on.
I'm the One.
I'm the one. Yeah, that's the one.
That Static X one. I'm the one. I don't
Yeah.
want you. But even when we saw Hell Yeah that night when I took you, you were working. Redwood couldn't do it. You were even saying like how Chad was so involved and was feeling everything and gave every ounce.
I like the way he sings on that one specifically.
Yeah,
he's the one that
man.
makes that song work.
Yep, I completely agree.
Like
with that.
it's a fine song. There's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like if Shinedown was more metal, you'd get Hell Yeah.
Huh.
I like Shinedown.
Shinedown's pretty fucking.
You know what I
sweet.
mean? Like it's just like I don't mind them. Like even though they're on the radio, most of the time they're kind of it's not unbearable to me.
I got you.
It's not cheesy or anything crazy. So if they were harder edge, I think you get Hell Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. It's interesting to think about what's going on. When we saw him, we were talking like, "Oh, this has got to be it." But then just a couple weeks ago, they announced a tour with All That Remains, Butcher Babies, and Hell Yeah.
Wonder.
I kind of want to go. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah. Hell yeah, and Butcher Babies. We know how you feel.
Yeah, buddy.
He's like, hell yeah, Butcher Babies.
Hell yeah, Butcher Babies. And for All That Remains, I just want them to play that song. That what is it? 2 seconds or something with the
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Jesus Christ, that song just it's so good. That I need to give them more of a shot. I know that
They're good.
Yeah.
Their last album was good. I liked
was it?
Yeah.
Well, now the one before that was the one that dropped off for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
Telephone.
We actually reviewed that album with our early rendition of
our very
Wasted
first,
Attention.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to subscribe just like you should. I'm sorry, I'm taking way too long. Next up, honorable mention was John 5 and the Creatures, Invasion. Just another fun, instrumental, goofy kind of album.
See, I wonder how I feel about instrumentals. Like, I feel like it's more fun to like watch it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a live
especially
thing.
him, because I watch him on Instagram. He's always riffing out. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
He's got some awesome fucking just ways of playing, and his whole soundboard and pedal setup. His Gear Gods episode was fucking sweet.
I bet.
Holy shit, there's so much going on. I talked to Ivan and JD outside the show because we don't hate each other. We're not Van Halen. But I'm always asking the guys about shit. Like, oh, how does this work? Or how does this work? Because I love watching those Gear Guys episodes. I know absolutely nothing about guitars, bass, how any of that works. But it's cool to see how things are triggered and set up behind stage. I just find it so funny.
I wonder how many actual artists know how that works. Because they got sound guys. That's their job. It's just... they're probably like, I know my Metal Zone pedal. That's pretty much it.
I'd be like Tim Allen in Home Improvement. I'd be like, yeah, I'm working on it, but I don't know nothing. Like, aren't you around this every day?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I need my Al. Where's my Al?
It's too funny. If you want to watch an episode where the actual guitar techs don't know shit, you should watch the Green Day one. I just popped
I don't
up.
think you need to know shit. Just plug it in.
Now the bass tech, he was awesome. He explained everything through all
I feel
these
like
models.
that guy. Like, I feel like Mike Dirnt's pretty good bass player.
Oh, absolutely, right?
Yeah. He's always got like a cool little melody going.
Little ditty. But Billy's guitar
Thanks,
tech,
I might have that stuck in my head now.
it just drove me nuts because he chomped on gum for the fucking 15 minutes. Yeah, so there's this one, and he was just so disinterested in it. And this guy was asking like real legitimate questions, and he was just kind of blowing him off. And I was reading through the comments, and it was like, "Oh my God, he's chewing so much gum. Oh my God, why is that gum chewing so loud? I'm not watching it." And then it's all these. Oh, he doesn't know what he's
Like
talking
from
And then
about.
one guy
Boston.
pops up
You
like,
made him sound like he was from Boston.
Oh yeah,
"You guys are so edgy, but your opinions are invalid." What's that fucking guy again? Jesus Christ, doing this to everybody.
he is probably. But no, I would have to say John 5 and the Creatures, Invasion. Probably wouldn't have made the list if we weren't asked by them to review it, but I still had fun doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Disclaimer.
cool enough. Like I said, like I bet you I'd like it. It would take that much more to sit and listen to an instrumental album as opposed to anything else.
It's true.
You
But
sit
I
there
love
and put
John
your
5,
own
and I'm sure
lyrics
that's
to
fucking
it.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
That
what
is
I do
true.
sometimes.
Fuck yeah.
That
Just
dude,
rapping over it. He's like all NF and all over.
I just scat. I just scat with screams.
John 5 spit in my mouth in 2005.
What?
That wasn't
Okay.
fun. Yeah, well, it was at Aragon, and
Was
Zombie
it
was
was
playing.
it
I hate when-
angry
I
or
hate-
was it like?
No,
hate
it was
when-
just completely not. It
I
was
hate when artists spit.
me too. I don't like it.
Into the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
I was like, ha! And he's like, oh god,
Oh my
that's
god.
not cool. So thanks, John.
Oh
5.
man.
Next up on the list is Attila's Villain. Gross. Attila Villain, great album. Genty, bunch of Genty boys.
I just had that like the water droplets up.
Like,
Like you're
and you hear like there's just like this stop in the music for a second, like you just hear in the background.
I need to speak to the manager, please. That
Do I have AIDS now?
That dude spit on you from that one band, and you got pissed.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck! It was a Battle for Ozfest band. A dozen
Dozen
Furies.
And they were spitting on each
Dozen
other the whole
loogies.
time, dude. Like, how disrespectful is that? Like, first
Fuck
of
you.
all, yeah.
Fuck you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're gone.
I thought it was kind of gross when we saw Machine Head this past couple weeks when Rob was spitting all over the place and he was sick. He wasn't spitting on anybody, but he was just spitting on the ground. I'm like, oh, gross. Come on, bro. Nasty influenza.
I didn't even realize that he was doing.
I didn't
that.
see it.
I was like, from a healthcare standard, no.
He's the only one. He's putting like a mask on,
Yeah.
rubber gloves.
I was
He's prepared.
purposely standing away when he was headbanging and shit like that. I was like, no thanks. I'm gonna hang out by Logan because
Logan was sick too.
Was he? Oh, gross. That's nasty.
He's gonna be in the shower when we leave, scrubbing with those stones.
Oh, those feel good. Logan, holy shit, I like watching Logan play, man.
Why he was shirtless?
Well, that dude is built.
He's built, dude.
He's fucking built, man.
Yeah.
I was watching a video like 3 years ago on his YouTube channel. He was talking about producing and stuff, and he didn't have any hair, and he's got like
He
such.
did that Devil Driver album.
That's right.
The one that came with when I was still buying the CDs and shit. Came with the fucking DVD.
That's what it was.
No, the one before Beast.
Pray for Villains.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. Yeah.
He might have done the other ones too.
I think we
but-
were on Beast. Because that was the one where he's like, Zig, hide me one more motherfucking time.
Oh, were we?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
God, that's weird because that was like 5 fucking.
Yeah,
At
it
least
was-
5
it was-
years before that.
It was a long time before that. And
2000s.
then when I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, we were there at that show.
yeah, we're in that Machine Head picture too, by the way.
Oh, I was
really?
gonna look for that.
I see Ivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivan stands out.
funny.
Yeah,
The second year in a row, baby.
that's right.
Amazing. Attila, Villain, Genty. You said that you liked a couple tracks.
I do. I think the band's tight.
Yeah.
I really do. I think they're good at what they do.
Was
I
this
think they're heavy.
Attila?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't like fucking Franz, but he didn't ruin it for me.
No.
It's to be honest, it's probably like a white version of gangster rap on metal. You know what I mean? Like a white dude's.
It's the
version.
modernized E-Town Concrete.
There you
Those
go.
guys?
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, buddy.
But there's some riffs. I think. God, I can't remember the one that sticks out of my head, but yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Fun stuff.
Atia.
Knocked Loose. Different Shade of Blue. You know me. I like my Madball on my East Coast
It's
bullshit.
like number 15 for you? Jesus.
I did 10. That's 10. I really prolonged shit. I am so sorry. I know. I'm carrying on. Knock Loose, Different Shade of Blue. I
Dude,
enjoyed
there's
it.
a lot of heavy shit on that album, and then he sings. I'm like, I'm out.
You son of a bitch! Yeah, it's literally
Who did I
how it
compare
is.
him to?
You-
caught stealing once when I was 5. Walk right through the door. He sounds like that guy and fucking Zach from Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
if you just
I-
combined
I
them,
get
I'm
it.
like fucking double the fucking. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like if they were both on the side of me screaming into my ears, like singing, I'd be like, oh, fuck you.
It's real raw and unproduced. I don't know if you would dig it, but
Somebody produce those vocals.
yeah.
Produce another singer, please.
Oh
or
no, come
something.
on. No, I dig
Fuck
it.
it.
That's so good. But that's 25 minutes later. Those are my like 6.
Right through the door. It's over. You just hear Jake like in the background like, I'm out.
You're up.
Fuck you.
Oh, and one thing, since you said that you had a rap one, I had it kind of hanging out in the wings. Tyler the Creator, Igor, was a really, really good album this year. You know who Tyler the Creator is?
Is he the same creator as the other dude that was on that show?
Oh, you're talking to that Adult Swim show, right?
Yeah, isn't
Loiter
there-
Squad.
Isn't there a creator on there?
I don't know. I don't know. Do my research. No, it was really good. Just real kind of show. I just put it on. I was like, I'm gonna check this guy because I used to watch Loiter Squad, and then he did an animated online.
Yeah,
series
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're
It's same
thinking the
dude.
same guy. Okay,
Same dude, yeah.
It was good. It was funny, and I just dug it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm done now. I'm so sorry. 45 minutes later. Get the mic away from me.
So starting off from the low end, I went number 10 with Queensryche. I think that was a solid album for what it was.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
surprised the fuck out of me.
Yes, I was not gonna listen to it until you're like, no, dude, you need to check this out. And I was sending you screen grabs of the songs. That
If I know he does the 80s stuff still. It's not complete banshee like 80s screams. He does them here and there.
yeah.
When he sings in the lower stuff, he has a little bit of grit to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that dude it was actually doing the drums at the time too. I think he recorded the drums.
Oh
the
no
singer did,
shit. Okay.
if I read that correctly.
Nice.
So, but I think it's a solid album for what it is. It's more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was surprised by it. It was very clean, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little hints of progressiveness to it. I mean, I'm sure that's what they're
agree.
known for.
Yeah.
Being back in the day.
Does he do like the Howard Jones 80s scream? That
here and
type?
there, a little bit. Yeah.
But it fits though, you know?
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not-
as much as like certain shit from that era, you know?
Right.
So there's a couple songs. What was the name of the one that had that fucking groove on it? Even you were like, that's Queensryche?
Yep, I'll pull it up right now.
Forget. It's been a couple weeks since I listened to it.
I was gonna say, pull me under. Yeah, but that's Dream Theater.
It's better than Dream Theater. I'll give I'll say that.
It was. I'll pull it right.
What's number 3? What was number 3 on it?
This was the verdict. Number 3 was Light Years.
Light Years, yeah. I like the one after that too. It's propaganda fashion's good. It's catchy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Bent was good.
Yeah, so that one was called The Verdict, the album.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'd be higher. But I like heavier stuff a little bit more. That's all.
Agreed. 2 in the Pink, 1 in the Stink Shocker of the year for me.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. There you go.
It didn't make my list, but
I mean, just the fact that we're talking about it, it says something.
Mm-hmm. They were on the Wayne's World soundtrack.
Yeah,
they were.
Oh, they were on Last Action Hero as well.
That's right. Oh my God, that's such a solid soundtrack too.
It's got like some strings and shit at the beginning.
Yep. We need to do movie soundtracks.
Number 9. This will surprise you because I gave it back to Slipknot.
Really?
Yeah.
What made you put it back?
Bad Wolves.
Okay.
I hated that album so much that I was like, I appreciate what they're doing. I didn't get it at first, but I was like, you could go this way and play it safe as shit, or you could do what Slipknot did and take a few chances. And even though there's some songs on there that I still don't like, it was still strong enough to be like, okay, I'll give it some credit.
There are some songs on there that are definitely bangers. Nero Forte, for me, is still probably one of the best ones on there. And I've been watching a lot of Jay Weinberg's YouTube channel where he's got the fucking point of view cam playing. Oh, my God.
He's solid, dude.
Solid.
There's interludes on that interludes are interludes. Who really listens to them? But I think a song like My Pain just didn't do anything at all, and I just hated it at the time. It's still not saved on like any of my playlists or anything like that. That and that Spider song I don't have saved. But, Soul Wave Firth was all right. I did come around to that one. That one was pretty good. And there's some choruses on there and shit. So I ended up appreciating it more than I did. So thank you, Bad Wolves.
You accomplished something.
Dude,
you got like Doc and Tommy sitting with their feet up in the corner counting their money. Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, Ben, I said I'm busy.
But after that, I ended up putting, I think it was Hell Yeah. And then 7, I did put Korn on there.
That album was pretty solid.
Uh-huh.
It is like...
I just only listened to it once. Or twice.
Like even when we were talking about it back in the day, I don't know what everybody was bitching about. Like, we just said it was fine. It was good. Like, at the time, I gave it a 6, and I'm like, I'll probably give it more. I think it's probably going to shoot up to a 7. I just haven't spent enough time with it.
Right.
But I think, John, he's got he putting screams in there. There's some heavy parts in this album.
It was like old Korn.
Yeah, I still think it's catchy. I think it's the good version of, I think it should have came probably after Follow the Leader. Like, it fits in, somewhere around that timeline.
Agreed.
Before you get to, Untouchables and even Issues, yeah. So, it felt right for me. I like the melodies he put in there. The choruses were good, and so...
I'm just happy Head is back.
Yeah.
He's been back for years now, but...
What does everybody want?
Dude, man, he seems like a really cool guy. He still does a lot of church-involved, speaking things. Like, he was just at a church in Chesterton not too long ago.
That's cool.
Just doing, youth group kind of shit. The thing that I like about Head is that he preaches what he preaches, but he goes out and he does the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
And
he
I respect that.
Walk and
yeah,
talks
for sure. Yeah, he's just not up there on stage pretending to be it. He's putting the time and the effort in. But no, that album was great. I do want to give a mention to one of the favorite songs off that album, which was number 2, I believe. I'm going to pull that up right now because I remember number 2s for me for some reason on albums. Do it. I don't know why.
My favorite one on that one, I think, is probably Gravity of Discomfort. Is that the name of that fucking song? It's something with gravity in it.
Gravity of Discomfort. You hit it right there.
Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Yeah.
It was called Cold. The chorus with John with the...
Cold,
with the
and even the one
screams.
after that's good, too. You'll never find me.
Yeah.
You'll never find me.
He said it like him. That's... I thought that review was one of your more kind reviews, so I was kind of shocked to see what we had.
It really was,
yeah.
I guess, because even though I liked Kill Switch, I was kind of shitting on it more than I did Korn.
Yeah, you did.
And I was fucking ruthless on Slipknot.
Yes, you were.
But just need the right perspective sometimes. Fuck them.
I need to take that comment down. I left it up for a couple days just to see if the guy was going to fire back, but he didn't.
Who?
The guy on the Korn.
The Korn?
YouTube,
he hasn't said anything in a couple days.
I'm like, I'll take it out.
It's just, what? What'd you put?
Nothing. I didn't put anything on there. No, I didn't jump in. I'm like, you know what? JD got this. And holy shit.
So you had a comment that you were going to send. You just didn't send it.
Or were we going to take him off?
I was just going to take him off. I was just going to delete
No,
all
leave
of
it.
it.
I think it's funnier that way.
Yeah, okay.
Gives
Let
a
everybody
shit.
see that shit.
Yeah. We don't care.
None of this matters.
Who cares? We just need interactions and attention.
The main
That's
thing
fine.
is our names were coming out of his mouth. So
That's true.
not names,
Not
but,
only our names, but other things.
You see, I'm the mediator of the group where these guys are like, yeah, fuck this guy. And whatever.
Usually we're pretty cool.
even
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
news, whatever. We're getting out there. So.
I just don't like conflict. I'm like, well, can we just like see why?
No,
this
it
guy
became
is
obvious at one point it was just to talk shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Because, even if you don't like something, you at least have a fucking reason.
Yeah, I was because I'm so old. Like I was like looking through my phone and I was like, oh, we got a comment. And put on my glasses. I'm like, holy shit, we got a winner.
We should, I was thinking about it just for the fuck of it, like a comment of the week and like just to see like, if it's good enough worthy of talking about or not. But
Yeah,
that's for future
Yeah.
discussions.
Yeah.
that's cool.
But to move on,
Mm-hmm.
after that I had the Kill Switch. After that, I think I put the Tool. A band that it was an EP, Cane Hill Kill the Sun.
I forgot you like those guys.
I do.
Yeah.
This one is like an EP, acoustic, pretty much laid back, but it kind of fills in the void of like it kind of fits with Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies. It's real melodic and acoustic like that, but like I think like each song is different enough to where it doesn't feel like Zakk Wylde's slower shit. When he does an entire acoustic album, it sounds like the same throughout the fucking thing. It's all the same song, just slow and laid back. And
Right.
like Hangover Music and the last fucking Book of Shadows that he did. Not the first one, but so it's got enough in there to be different. And I really like the melodies that the singer does, and I think they do a good job with it.
I have to check that out. I always meant to because when we were trying to get on that show with Cane Hill and Seven Dust, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna check these guys out. Weird that you mentioned Zakk Wylde because I was jamming on Stronger Than Death today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You can't kill what's stronger than death.
Phony smiles and fake hellos, man. That's my shit.
Back when he used to do like the gritty vocals.
Yup.
I think that's my favorite album.
Dude, I was just going to say, we're going to have to talk about Black Label Society. I'll tell you right now, hands down, the best tone and the best sound of any Black Label.
I think so.
Yep.
For sure. Definitely for Black Label.
Yep.
Which album was it?
Stronger Than Death.
Stronger Than Death. And if you
I'll
get
have to look, see which
Rockstar
one
on
that is.
DVD, you could watch the video that they did for that. What was it for? Counterfeit God?
God, no,
Yeah.
God.
I always think Overlord. I
Uh,
like the ending.
I
Nice.
am your overlord.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with what you guys were talking about. Like, just every
the
time,
side
every
note.
time I think of Black Label Society, I think of that.
Yeah.
it's funny.
But I think the only other thing I got left for you is Ghost Iris.
Ghost Iris. Oh, you did talk about them.
Yeah.
And check them out.
Red was preaching fucking Born of Osiris. I really didn't dig it. I'm sure it's fine. If I listen to it more, I'll probably come around. But I think this does everything that he likes about that album way better. And some of their older stuff is more techy, like the real genty, like kind of a lot of fucking guitar playing and like crazy taps and
Right.
weird shit. And this one's more stripped down. It's just the fucking strong chords and the choruses are great. It's heavy, but simpler.
Nice.
I think it's fucking cuts out all the excess bullshit. Ghost Iris.
Ghost Iris. So it's a mixture
That
of...
one was called, what the fuck was it called? Shit.
It's a mixture of Ghost and Goo Goo Dolls.
Ghost version.
I like Iris. That's a good jam.
It is a good jam.
I did that one.
And when I was listening to it, it actually started raining when I hit play, and I cried.
Yeah, that I did an acoustic version of it, and then I end up breaking my strings
No shit.
because it's tuned to like almost
Apple
all
of
Ds.
Discord
Really?
is the name of that album, by the way.
Okay. I didn't know that.
If I'm reading that right.
Yeah, I was tuning it back to normal. Like, bow. I was like,
no.
no! Oh my God damn it!
My
Yeah.
fucking eye. My fucking horn.
I knew I should have just learned it differently.
That's fantastic. Is that
I don't
it?
know, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, 2019, man, in a nutshell.
Red had a bunch of stuff none of us listen to. We don't care about it, so.
Don't say that. We do.
Nah, it's not anything against him. He just listens to a bunch of music we don't care about.
Yeah, it's true. We're
Which probably means it's not that good. But, you know.
to be honest with you, especially you get past the year of like 2010, all of us, we're kind of all on different planes, man. You know, we have
Different
that
planes,
similar.
trains, and automobiles.
I'm still on
Yeah.
the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Don't- That's why I like doing this, because get new shit introduced.
Do you still listen to any like industrial shit? 'Cause I remember you were really into that.
No, actually, and like even like Cannibal Corpse, I haven't really listened to Cannibal Corpse as much as I used to either. But like I think the last actual Cannibal Corpse album I listened to was Kill, and that was like
Jesus, that was a long time ago.
Probably 10 years ago actually.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's just been all the same shit I've always listened to.
Yeah, it's very easy to kind of stick with the same shit you're listening to. You know what I'm gonna? You have Apple Music on your phone, right? And you got your Spotify. We're gonna end the episode by talking about the last couple things we were listening to before this episode.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with you, Ivan. Name me the last 5 things.
Let me go home. Okay. So not including our jam songs.
Okay.
I got Overpower by Any Given Day, and I got the new Five Finger Death Punch F8.
Oh my God. Oh, can I say something?
I forgot to check that out. Yeah.
It is fucking good, man. Holy
Good. Pretty
shit.
solid. Good.
Did you see what I put in the group thread? I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yeah.
But dude,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. Seriously.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a Queensryche of 2020.
that song. I think it was Mother May I think it's called.
Uh-huh.
Is it? Yeah, Mother May I.
From Five Finger?
When this is over, listen to the melody.
Okay.
And tell me what you think.
Mother May I? Is that Five Finger?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mother May I. Check it out. Okay.
I'll play it when we're done.
Okay.
I don't want to do it now.
Okay. You go next.
All right, so a lot of this is just kind of old stuff. It's just I'm in my random phase now.
Mm-hmm.
So I added Lamb of God Sacrament because for some reason I didn't have that added for some reason.
Okay.
And then Purple from Stone Temple Pilots, they just did the super deluxe of everything. So I've been jamming that.
Oh,
Okay.
I gotta check that out.
I checked out Black Swan from like new music.
Mm-hmm.
The movie?
No, not even.
Sweet movie, though.
It's a bunch of like 80s people.
Okay.
So it's like a rock album, but the last thing on here is Circle the Drain, that Machine Head song, and I'm going to go back and listen to that Perfect Circle.
Duh.
That Eat the Elephant.
Have a second the drain.
Yeah.
Say second vagina.
Got a second vagina.
I went back and added all the Megadeth that I didn't have on there and shit, so...
Woo, baby.
But the one I was listening to, besides like the Hell Yeah and the Your Attila and shit, was... I went back and checked out American Head Charts.
Nice.
The
Nice.
Art of War, War of Art.
You blew my mind when you said Patton. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Anytime you think you like hear that like almost out of key, like off note, like this isn't the note that should be hit, that's Patton to me.
Yep. The what really sold it for me was right when you sent that, because it was right before I went into work. I had on Pushing the Envelope, which is like one of my fucking favorite songs off there, besides the other one, the main one off of the War of Art. Dun, digga digga dun.
Seamless?
Yep,
Oh,
Seamless. Yep. Was in Pushing the Envelope when he's like, killing myself. I'm like, that
dude, like when he
Patton.
goes in and he starts singing, like there's always those like passages in there somewhere in
Yeah.
that song where he's just singing and being like all melodic and shit.
Yep.
And I fucking love those.
Yep.
And they're kind of wholly unique in the way they kind of sound and write, if you're asking me. So that's, like I said, this is something we could probably get into later.
That would be sweet to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. You turned me on to them. I had no idea
Yeah,
who
I
they
think
were.
that's the first time. Him and Richie at the time.
Yeah.
Right, we got to see them live. That was awesome.
When did you see them live?
It was dude. It was a long time ago. I know for sure it was me, Lewis, and Richie. I can't remember who else was there. Maybe Brian and Alyssa.
Was it for the feeding tour?
Because that's where I got that sticker of that clown lady.
Yeah, that had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great album. It's not
And
on fucking...
It's on nothing.
I think we
Why?
You gotta
saw
go to
them.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I think we saw them right before their guitarist died, and again after their guitarist died, because that roadie was playing guitars.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I saw them once at another Hole in the Wall, and they opened for 40 Below Summer. And I remember American Head Charge had like 3 people I recognized.
I played there before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Alvin Steger?
Steger, yeah.
No shit.
We played there twice.
That's a nice little room over there.
Yeah.
For me, I had Clutch. I was digging on their self-titled album. My kids love Space Grass. It's just a fun fucking song.
Put it in neutral because I'm not going anywhere.
Shut up. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I don't even want to talk about these because we're just going to be on 2 different wavelengths.
What else you got? You're the one that, this is your idea.
I know. I have The Descendants,
Yeah.
punk band.
Don't know. Don't care.
I had Drake. because I like that Jumpman song. I had Billie Eilish. That big album that she had put out. There's a song on there called Illo Milo, and it makes me feel funny inside.
Yeah.
Then I'll
give it to her. That girl could sing for real. Sing.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really checked her out.
Not just that. Like
you can because she's of age now. That's all it is. And then I also had on Incubus. There's an album called Light Grenades that I was checking out.
I've heard of that album, but never really checked the Incubus out. I know a couple songs.
Yeah, they're fun. It's just nostalgic, you know. But we all good? All caught up?
You said last two, and like you guys both named like a million of them. I was like, well.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
I felt like it wasn't interesting enough.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. Anything else? Anything to add?
I think we just want to talk to each other more.
We do.
Yeah, we just want.
How many minutes are we at?
Hour and 8.
Holy shit!
Take off 3 minutes for bullshit.
Yeah, that's fine. We could talk after this. But thanks for checking us out. This is once again Wasted Attention Podcast. We just gave you the top albums of 2019 along with a bunch of other shit, including
our opinions.
And our opinions, correct. Our
it's
opinions.
Like our opinions, man.
We value your opinions. Just when you give us your opinion, give us a reason why. You know what I mean? That's cool. We just like to talk. We're not.
If you want to talk shit, that's fine too. Just you just gotta bring it. Don't fucking start it and.
You better Wendy's this shit.
Yeah,
for real. You know.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't care. I know we suck to some people.
We're
that's
all
fine.
big boys.
Yeah, that's true. I just want everybody to have a good time. With that being said, you can leave hateful comments at Wasted Attention Podcast on Twitter.
Just talk to us. I don't give a shit. I'm lonely.
Facebook. Also, wastedattention@gmail.com. We will
just search Wasted Attention. You'll find us.
There you go. Thanks for the listen. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week.
Ish.
Yeah. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Eilish.
For myself, Animal, Ivan, and JD, we are out. We will see you next week.
Bye.